Hi, I'm Jan Bartosik, the artistic director and founder of Hedwig Dances, which is celebrating its 35th anniversary year. Today's event marks the first of many conversations Hedwig will host in the next year under the banner of the Hedwig Salon series. It's about the art of making art. The current COVID climate provides Hedwig with unique opportunities to extend our reach via technology and the internet, and delve more deeply into our work and our artists, past, present, and future. It spurs us to retool how we make and present dance when our dancers and collaborators may not physically interact with one another. It promotes long-distance, interdisciplinary relationships with other artists and our ability to develop collaborative dance making while residing on different continents and in different time zones. In a minute, we'll preview a trailer of Kaos by choreographer Rigo Saura, followed by an interview with the choreographer and composer. Kaos is a dance that responds to recent transformative world events and probes the human need to generate order out of chaos. Kaos is Hedwig Dances' first premiere of the year. It will be shown in full on Saturday, September 26th at 3 p.m. I hope you can join us. And now, here is the trailer for Kaos.
CHAOS. A state of extreme disorder and confusion, or someone gets out of control, messy, not knowing how to handle a situation.
With the bureaucrats out of power, we can finally take the necessary steps.
Or someone.
I must have respect for what I kill and eat. Jesus gave them loaves and fishes, not meat. He did not say, waste is chaos made by me.
A group calling themselves the Fireflies have claimed responsibility for both of these attacks.
Their public charter calls for the return of all branches of government.
Demonstrations broke out following the execution of 6 more alleged firefighters.
Remember, when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light.
I hope that you enjoyed the trailer for Kaos. We look forward to presenting the full performance on September 26th. Today's program is offered free of charge. We would, of course, be most grateful if you could honor what we have done with a donation of any amount. It really helps. And now I'm delighted to welcome longtime collaborator Richard Woodbury, who has agreed to participate in a conversation with Hedwig choreographer and dancer Rigo Saura and composer Henry Labrada about their collaborative process in creating Kaos. Richard and I were dancers when we began working together several decades back as part of the Charlie Vernon Performance Company. In more recent years, it has been my pleasure as a choreographer to collaborate with Richard as a musician and composer who deeply understands dance. Richard has made an impressive name for himself nationally and internationally as a music and sound composer for the Goodman and Steppenwolf theaters, as well as with many prominent dance companies. Choreographer Rigo Saura graduated from Havana's National School of Dance and ISA, the National Institute of the Arts, with a degree in dance. He's a former soloist with the National Contemporary Dance Company of Cuba from 2008 to 2012, and was a professor of dance at the National School of Contemporary Dance in Havana. In 2013, Rigo moved to Ecuador, where he danced as a soloist in the National Ballet of Ecuador. and was choreographic assistant to Pepe Hevia. Rigo moved to Chicago 3 years ago and began dancing with Hedwig Dances. He also teaches at the Ruth Page School of Dance. Composer Henry Labrada is a Cuban-born dancer and musician who's now based in the Netherlands. He also was a former dancer for the National Contemporary Dance Company of Cuba and with Rosario Cardenas. For Kaos, Henry collaborates with Rigo to produce a sound score that fuses pre-recorded voice, electronic music, and DJ techniques. And now I'm pleased to turn the program over to Richard Woodbury as he discusses with Rigo and Henry how they developed their work together in creating Kaos. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Jen. And Rigo and Henry, it's such a pleasure to meet you virtually. The little samples of the work that I've seen online are really exciting, and I'm very excited to talk about your process and Kaos and how it came about and where you're going with it. To begin with, what brought you to the idea of chaos and order and disorder and order as the central theme for this piece? Where did that come from? How did that come about?
Hi, Richard. Thank you so much to Jan for this beautiful introduction, and Richard, thank you for being here with us and make this happen, and we can the possibility to talk a little bit about the process and the piece. First, I would like to say Chaos came from all the current events it's happening right now. We are facing so many different situations. He provoked chaos, and every time when we feel and soft floor, we are trying to create order, or we are trying to create some solid base so we can feel secure about ourselves and where each step is going. But a little personal history about this chaos came from so many years ago. I was talking with some great choreographer, and he's one of my influencer. I very follow him and his work. The name is Juan Cruz. He is from Sasha Wald's company, and he's a choreographer too. He talked with me someday. He tell me he believed each choreographer is influenced for the real events happen in each time. You know what I mean? We can have some idea of feeling, but all the things that we are surrounded came to our work, and you can see it in little things. So I feel right now, after Jan gave me the opportunity to create another piece for the company, yeah, I was okay, I feel this is the right theme. I feel I believe the people need to see through the art what happened right now, and at the same time feel safe and feel secure about what is next. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the war, because I believe if we have art to fix and feel secure, we have great tool to that. So if you are thinking about all stuff, all the questions and all the idea for this chaos theme came from there. So I feel like a hero.
No, that's marvelous. The idea that art needs to reflect what's going on now. I'd like to touch on that again later when we get to process. But how did you come to the decision to work with Henry? How did that collaboration come about?
Wow, me and Henry, we know to each other so many years ago. We was so young. I remember I was 20 and he was 19 years old.
No, I think 17, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be precise.
Yeah, I remember me and Henry running through Havana, running all the street, creating art, trying to, feel these adventures with the dance, and yeah, and I always we was like collaborating all the time together,
All the
like
time. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
thinking, like creating, like, you know, we was like dreaming to be heroes in art, like less conquerors more than heroes, you know.
There was
And
something beyond being just a dancer, right? Like we
yeah,
mostly wanted to create all the time, a part of just being dancing or
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, and we and our ways was like each of us go to different places and different experience. And yeah, a few months ago, when I say again, when Jan gave me opportunity, I was thinking and collaborate with someone, like I'd be like very um,
Feel a
honored,
connection,
the
like feel
connection
a
to work
connection,
with.
maybe. Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, and I saw some posts and the social media from Henry, and I saw like he was making music, and I like the music. He said, okay, this is the right time. I feel like right now we can connect to each other again, and I try to start like working together. And yeah, that was the reason. I think like the friendship, like this be a dancer, be like is make great point for this piece too. So
That's
There we
marvelous.
go.
I love the that you were youths together, branched away, and now branched back together.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Very poetic. This is such a weird time for us all. Here you're in the Netherlands and you're in the United States, and we're all together on Zoom. And this whole process of creating a dance in an environment where people can't be in the room together for right now. You're making a dance, a Zoom dance, a dance for camera, a dance, a virtual dance. I'm not even sure what to call it, but I'm very curious about what the opportunities and challenges have been in working in this way.
Henry, you want to answer first this question?
Yes, sure. But before answering the questions, I would like, first of all, to thanks Rigo for this opportunity. If I have the chance to thanks, I would like to do it now. And also to thanks Hedwig Dances, and also to congratulate for the 35th anniversary of the company. So I shouldn't like to leave this apart, which is very important. Regarding to opportunities, I do feel that right now in this moment, the way that we are trying to solve and push our vision working together, especially for me with this piece, I do feel a big opportunity of playing, for example, live the music for the piece. But at the same, so that's for me a good opportunity. That I don't need to, yeah, go somewhere or ask for permission to third parties. So I can play from here to an audience or to a more extended audience. So there is an opportunity, but at the same time there is there is a challenge as well that we were commenting, me and Rigo, regarding to for example the way of how secure of having a good connection, a good network, sorry, will perform the music, will the music will be performed. So it's a little bit of both, and the thing is to find a balance. Most likely, we were discussing that a couple of days ago.
I would like to say this. I am so happy because each time like I'm making the piece or I start creating some work, I feel like every time we facing so many different challenge, but I never been facing this kind of challenge. Like be a dancer, be like creator, and don't be in the studio with the dancers is something I don't want to say unique, but it's something different. It's like remove your floor, remove all kind of the skill like you believe that you have, and they put you in different position. Like you need to start like rethinking again. You need to start like learning so many different stuff to try to get and the point that you want to go. And yeah, and it's impressive. I am little impressive by myself too, in the dancer too, because we have been like facing this kind of distance, the social distance, the so many distance right now. But yeah, make the piece through Zoom or different app is great because you need to bring more about you. You need to improve the dancer for more. You need like have some control of the technology, like computer and network and everything. At the same time, you need to have the control of the dancer and their space. And at the same time, you need to like create a dance or movement, and depending on the space like they have and the possibility like they have. This is one. The second one is I am so happy because work through the camera bring you a lot of the visual tools. Like you can take and you can create so many images with the movement. Like he make the dance a little more rich, and the audience can enjoy it more. And yeah, and I feel like this is great, and I miss it so much being in the studio, but I am so glad to have this opportunity, you know, to
I also
see
feel
what happened.
Oh, sorry, Rigo. I also feel something nice regarding to the video, to the more connected to the visual field, to the visual arts. Like, I'm pretty sure that what we are gonna show on the video, the content over there, it will be super like quite curious. Like, we can show things that we are not able to show live. So there is a big opportunity into having the chance to make a visual video and to express from there.
To interject, I've had the privilege of looking at the introduction that you've made, the video introduction that's already been produced, and I was immediately struck by how both you gentlemen have taken advantage of the form, and it's really like a new form. Seeing separate dancers in their personal space performing in unison. Just the idea that the background informs it and makes it personal and unique to each of them, yet the movement is shared. And then the perspective on the performer is so different in that kind of an environment. The use of close-up, the use of the camera space is now the choreographic space. It's just I really appreciate that you feel impressed by your own work, because in fact it is impressive. It is a new thing, and it's very clear that you're embracing it and grabbing it and running with it. And I can't wait to see the final result. You were both born in Cuba and have moved on, first to Ecuador, and Henry, for the Netherlands for you, and then to the US. And with this range of international and cultural heritages and traditions, how does that affect your work? What does that give you in your work?
I don't feel like this affect my work. I feel like they increase, enrich my work. I believe like each dancer, choreographer, artist, and the more experience you have, and the more experience in different places, and more tools you have, and more you can use. All of us know like Cuba have so great music, dancer, the culture is so rich and all this stuff. But I feel like here, for my own personal experience, here in the United States, I feel like Cuba and United States being like, in terms of culture, it came together, and you feel like you are in the right place when you can feel your country and you can feel this country, you know what I mean? Because in this quarantine, I've been like studying so many history and all the stuff, and I talk in the cultural way. Like we are being more than friends, both countries, so many years ago. So I feel like, yeah, I've been learning a lot here. I'm still learning a lot here in the United States, but I feel like my culture came with me all the time, and that support me, and it's like something together. I can't say like I feel separate or I miss some part or something like that. I feel a little complete being here in the United States with my Cuban background. So, yeah.
Yeah. For me, I think it has add a little bit more of versatility to my way of to express my vision. For example, like meaning slow down Henry a little bit, let's slow down energies, never desires or ambitions, but energies. The way Rigo knows, the way we are used to work in Cuba is the ideal, for example, dancer or artist, you need a lot of power all the time. Like the usage of energy, that's ideal. So we are used to that, and but in Europe, the way that we work here, the people that it works here, has allowed me to take a time for me and say, okay, I don't need energy or more of the time. I mean, we grew up with salsa, rumba, modern dance, super, like energy is important. But here I have a time to a little bit investigate, to try to discover a little bit myself, to find a little bit more of integrity, but from the inside, allow myself to be more sensorial, which it doesn't mean that I wasn't before, or we haven't been learned how to do it. It's just a matter of, okay, here's I need to invest more time into the technique also. That's one thing, the technique here. If you go to a ballet class or to a modern dance, everything is a bit less of a level of energy, and for sure I have my Cuban background also, but that's what I took for the most.
I would like to add something to what Henry said. I feel like right now we are in the moment, like we need to think more. You know what I mean? We are in the right time to sit and read and write and think about what you want to say and how you want to say it. And I don't say like we need to lose that energy when we was like teenagers, like was jumping and running and making a lot of energy in each movement. I don't say that we need to lose that, but you know, it's in some moment of your career you have this time that you need to see it and study more and increase a little more your knowledge and all this stuff, because you start like realizing the audience need to know first what you want to say instead of how you want to say. You know what I mean? So this is what I feel like United States for me too is giving me right now. You know, I've been facing hours and hours and hours like trying to write stuff, like trying to express, try to make the people understand what I want to say and how I want to say. Like for example, in Cuba, to us it's like, okay, you want to dance. What do you want to say? I don't know, I don't care, I want to dance. You know what I mean? And that's great because you are dancing. But when you grew up and you came to these both big countries, it's not enough like you dance. You need to have very clear what you want to say and what consequence bring after that. You know what I mean? So this is something like is hard to us to control a little bit, because sometimes for me it's like I don't care what I want to say. I want to dance, and if you like it, that's okay. Yeah, but you need to understand like this is not enough. You need to go for more. You need to be clear in both parts. What do you want to say and how, and the way like you express your body.
Lovely, gentlemen, lovely. Can you both talk now about the actual working process when you're trying to get what you want to say out there? Who starts? What do you give him music to Rigo or do you give some choreography to Henry? What comes first, and what is the back and forth like? And what happens if you disagree? What's it like?
I feel like, what I said in the beginning, we are being friends so many years ago together. And when you have great friend with you and artist friend, you don't need to talk too much because he know what you want. You know what I mean? And he know what is the way that you want to go. When the idea came and I started like talking with Henry, I say, okay, I want to make this collaboration with you. I love the music that you're doing, but for this work, I want to try to find another different way to make music, and he needs to be like challenge for both of us. You know what I mean? And me like making the movement and him making the music, be a dancer too. So I don't feel like we've never been like like disagree. It's kind of like, I believe in you, you make the music, send me when you feel like it's kind of ready. I want to listen and I want to tell you, what I think. I remember someday, like he sent me the music and I hear the music, and when he asked me, hey, what do you think? I was like, yeah, it's great. Some part, can do a little bit more, but it's good. And he answered me like, hey, you need to feel free to tell me everything what you think. Don't try to be nice with me, because we are friends, and the only thing that you expect for your friends, like they tell you the truth, like this is what I don't like and you need to fix this. Say, okay, so I want to give you my old paper of notes and you want to fix. So
I think there was something that it's really helping till the moment. We haven't disagreed at the moment. I don't think we will, thank God. But when Rigo proposed the idea to me, I was at that time starting to experiment with polyrhythms and with synthesizers that are able to create really really complex rhythm. And I was going like crazy with this for a little long time. And I think that's what you saw in one of my recent posts from that time. And I think that I believe that was a really good point to start, because you came to me with the idea of creating order out of chaos, and I was like, okay, I'm having really chaotic experiences with this, but I think that with this experience that I'm having with the experiments, it was really connected already with the idea. And then I just proposed him, what do you think about it? And I really want him to give me to what he wants, because I want to make the music the most connected to the sense of the piece. And it's actually the first time I'm doing it, and I really want it to be connected totally, for sure. So we haven't disagreed.
You're
yes.
Very fortunate.
Yes, that was, I think is definitely, it's not causality. It's for sure causality.
I would like to say
we are connected totally.
Yeah, I would like to say like we are still working. We don't end yet. So that doesn't mean like maybe in the end it's like, you know what, I am disagree with you because the music doesn't work for me. So if you have time, you need to make a new one very quickly. You know what I mean? We can we are still in process, and I feel the process with us is great. Sometimes we lose the different of hours like we have. You know what I mean? Sometimes for me it's like 4 p.m. and for Henry it's like 12 and 1 a.m. and I am texting. Say, hey, I hear the music and can you fix this, and I need this part slow. Say, hey, Rigo, I go to bed right now. I'm tired. Say, yeah, but can you try right now? And you know, it's like so different. Or sometimes I'm sleeping in the middle of the night and he called me, hey, when you wake up, listen the music, hear the music.
Yeah, but that's the best part. That's the best part. That sometimes you're sleeping, but I'm creative and I have the time to do it. I just sell it to you, and then you have the day to to write down all your notes.
Yeah, and then it's like, you know, and sometimes I am trying to start like working, like talking about work, and we finish talking about, you know, life. Hey, what are you cooking? And okay, I made pasta the other night. Oh, you know, we are trying to get this balance between work and friendship, so that can help, and that can, you know, collaborate with the work, so everything go together.
Indeed, yeah.
Henry, I'd like to ask you to talk a little bit more about the music specifically. I know you're both a dancer and a composer and a DJ. You have all these different skill sets and different hats, and I'm very curious about how they influence each other and what the different, how you bring them all together in this piece.
Regarding more to the composition and DJ skills, like for example?
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
Yeah.
How do those sets differ and how do they complement each other in this work?
Yeah, well, I'm a bit more experienced in DJ, which means like to being able to recognize others artists' work and put them together in a good way. But then composing, now I'm getting a little bit more composing is more knowing yourself, and with this piece it's like, okay, I need more time to create something for myself, and I'm having this time now, but at the moment I haven't paced both skills together. Like for the moment I'm super focused on just composing, and DJing for this piece I am probably planning to do it for the performance, which I definitely would like to play the full script of the music, but I'm not able to have a set of instruments, because most likely when you are composing virtually the music in the DAW, you are using a lot of virtual synthesizers. Like for this piece of 25 minutes, I have already like 45 tracks. So what I'm planning for this piece is just to make 3 tracks and then DJ and then mix them. So most likely they are quite, for the creation, for this process, they are quite separated. But for the performance, I would like them to be quite intertwined. The matter of being composing at the same time over the line of the music and also mixing. That's my dream to do for the premiere.
And you would do that live with the premiere? That would happen in real time with the premiere?
We are planning to do it live, but we need to go for security most of all. But we are planning to definitely do it live, like to have the set line of the music and on top of it mixed and to add a little bit more of atmosphere effects or sounds without taking the dancers a little bit away of their cues, right?
Yeah, we are trying to putting a little bit more what Henry say, and the structure of the performance is very interesting. We are working to make it very interesting. because we are planning, like, we was trying to put in the video introduction and then go to the dance live, like you can see the dancers dancing in the real time and different spaces, and at the same time try and have Henry to create the transition to the image to the other image and create this ambient and the visual moment. So yeah, we are trying, we are working to have so many layers and the screen, so you can feel like kind of if you was there. This is our purpose and our goal, like make the audience feel like they are in the theater or they are in the studio or they are in our home seeing us to dance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I believe that the most live but natural we can do it will be the better, because in the transition of each section of the piece are 100% intertwined to the transitions that I do in the music that I'm trying to do in the music. So, and that, if that happened together, I mean, that will really give a north to the audience also.
So, gentlemen, what do you want? What do you hope for your audience at the end of the piece when they've experienced it? What do you hope that they take away? What is the experience you wish for your audience?
My main goal is to give the audience the chance to find support in art, in arts, whatever situation or we are passing through. I mean, everything is in the chance of receiving a piece of dance or music to find the support there. But with the music especially, I'm trying to make it an easy music to listen, but at the same time, I would like them to have a space to what they are looking and listen to give them a space to analyze and to connect to our contemporary life, to our contemporary issues, to our contemporary chaos, and how they can find related to that we are given to them. But at the same time, I'm trying to I'm a little bit polemic in the things I do also in dance. So it means that I don't want them to give an easy piece of composition of sounds to just say, okay, this was bad or good or nice. So to give a little chance to think, to analyze what's going on. Maybe not in the piece, but generally.
I have advice. You know what I mean? I give you, in the middle of this chaos like we are living right now, I give you art, because I believe when this chaos, when you feel or do you think like it's gonna be the end of the world, try to dance or try to make art. You know what I mean? If I wanna be in the middle of the chaos, I would try to fix it, or I would try to fix my house, my country, or whatever is in chaos with art. Because when you fix the stuff with art, I think the result is marvelous, it's beautiful. So yeah, this is my advice, and this is my goal to the audience. Have it like if I feel sad or insecure about me, or I feel insecure about what happened around me, I can create order with art. Maybe like dancing, maybe like making music, painting, because we are being experiencing all this stuff in this quarantine, you know. So many people have been like making dance video, like they've been playing with instrument, they've been trying to make their own life a little more comfortable making art. So yeah, this is what I hope, like the audience feel like let's dance when everything is like, you know, in chaos.
You know, thank you, gentlemen. It's been a real pleasure talking to you about this work, and I can't tell you how eager I am to see how it all turns out. I think the unique mix of these processes and your enthusiasms and background and what you're bringing to this um, give a lot of promise for this work. The bits I've seen, the little bit taste I got to look at, were really intriguing and really piqued my curiosity. And I really look forward to the premiere on Sunday, September 26th at 3 p.m. Thank you both very much.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard and Jan. Yeah, definitely.
I hope you enjoyed the trailer of Chaos and the interview with Rigo and Henry. A big thank you to Richard Woodbury for moderating the interview. It was really great, Richard, for you to lead this conversation. So now it's time for your questions. We have about 15 minutes for the Q&A. And just so you know, the interview took place a couple of weeks back. And so now it's time to catch up with Chaos to see if there are any new developments. We have one question that has just come through. It is from Gitika Chalasani. The question is, do you think that this new virtual era, due to current circumstances, will change the expression of art and dance for the future? And I'm just going to actually take a moment just to say that it's really forcing us to rethink and retool everything that we do, both from an organizational perspective as well as the creation of the work. We're learning to work in both time and space in completely different ways. And it's both really challenging and exciting, and at times very frustrating. So I'm going to turn it over now to Rigo and Henry. Your answers?
Hi. So I think like Henry can start with that answer and I can follow him.
I think that definitely art's gonna be pretty the way to express for sure is gonna be really important to be able to express through the virtual, and it's turning that we have been doing it for before, but right now it's like we are getting very serious with it. Like it's marking the time of our contemporary time, and maybe in the future we're gonna be doing another things or express things through different ways, but we are for sure adapting ourselves to what is better to fit our necessities. And I do believe it's going to be for sure turning visual arts into a different way of expressing. What do you think?
Yeah, for example, for me, it's getting strong. I believe like right now all the art movement is getting more strong, and for this social media and all the changes like this happen right now, is getting strong. It's it's been like video dance so many years ago. Everybody's like being recorded the movement and showed to everyone. But right now, for me, I believe like the dance is like growing up a little bit more, that you have more options to bring your art to the audience. Like you can experiment more, you can create more, and yeah, I believe like right now we are ready for take other platform and other areas to start like improve our dance, change it.
Okay. Another question, with COVID-19 making everything go remote, how has task retraining, doing online rehearsals, live streaming, etc., influenced your creative process? And before you answer this question, I just want to give a big shout out to the dancers who participated with this whole process, this whole new way of working, and have really contributed, their bodies and souls to making this work. So I just want to say Jesse Gutierrez, Olivia Gonzalez, Jacob Berger, and of course Rigo, you've just been taking it and running with this whole new way of having to create. And as the artistic director, I'm really grateful for all your efforts that you've put in. So getting back to the question, with everything going remote, how has task retraining, such as doing online rehearsals, live streaming, influenced your creative process?
Wow, that's a good question. I believe like every task and every, is every moment like you feel like your comfortable area change, you need to see the positive of this change. You know what I mean? You need to take advantage of this change, and it's not the same to be in Zoom trying to make dance and art, but they've been bring you a lot of options, even more like visual options. Like you can create a little bit more your concept about composition and creation change a little bit more, because you are like asking and trying to make the dancers go in the way that you want it. And it's and the dancer has been making great job. They have been like changing their room, like finding lights, like playing with a lot of stuff like is you normally don't do in the studio. So yeah, it's been like, for me it's been great. It's been another way, another possibility to create more and to investigate a little bit more with the movement. Yeah.
I've been experiencing a lot of challenges, but also a lot of opportunities, like having the chance to reinvent myself, to research. But I might be honest, I have discovered a lot of bright points in the process we are creating. But I miss a studio. I miss the dancers. I miss that environment. And yeah, it's good to find these new ways of adaptability. But at the same time, it's not enough. It's not enough. But we are creating new ways of getting through our way of performing and creating our arts.
Okay, thank you. I just want to say the premiere is on September 26th. It's a Saturday at 3 p.m. and I hope you all can join us. We have a question about the premiere and how it's being presented, and I just want to say that it is a mix of live, virtual live performance, which means that it will be in real time, and also pre-recorded film-like video, and it's mixed together. And of course, The same with the music. It's some live and some that's pre-created. But do you want to say anything more, Rigo and Henry, about how we're presenting it? The mixing of the live and the
Yeah,
recorded.
yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting because sometimes when you go, this is my personal opinion, sometimes when you go some performance, it's only like video recorder, or sometimes it's like a small part of the live dance. But in this case, we are trying to, you know, make the introduction of the theme, the introduction of the piece with some recorded video. Like, I will say like it's video dance, but you know, it's something more like show you piece of the idea so you can go through when you come to the live dance to see everything like development and all stuff. So yeah, it's for me it's very interesting and it's very challenging to create this transition between the video dance together, and I think like there's the good challenge for us, and we are working very well to get that.
I have a question for you. Do you see this work being remounted for the stage? Do you see Kaos going up on you know, in a theater in the future when we're able to dance together in the, you know, before an audience in real time? And if you do, what would it look like in a theater that's different?
It's going to be different, but we will have more tools, because right now you're asking me that question and my mind is like going so far, like imagining how it can be, and yeah, it will be kind of the same meaning, you know, like try to have your device of your camera recording what happened in the stage in the right time, and you can have like, you can be sitting in the audience watching the real time like what we are dancing, but at the same time you can project in the screen all the movement and all this way to go through, like you can see when you are sitting on the stage. So it can bring a lot of good ideas and a lot of amazing ways to present dance. And I believe like we can take Chaos and put in the stage, and it's gonna be another layer of the composition and of the piece. Of course, and I would like Henry will be with us on the stage, so he can travel to the United States and make more close collaboration.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Well, that's the end of our questions today. So I want to thank our production team. I want to thank Rigo Saura and Henry Labrada for your creations. Julie Volkman, our producer. Jacob Snodgrass, production and technical director. Mariah Gutierrez, artistic associate. Jacob Berger for communications and editing. Ashley Aguilar, our intern. And of course, our dancers, Jesse Gutierrez, Olivia Gonzalez, Jacob Berger, and Rigo Saura. The premiere, once again, is Saturday, September 26th at 3 p.m. Mark your calendars and please join us. Thank you all for taking time with us today, and we'll look forward to seeing you again. Also, we've got a great season coming up, so check our website, hedwigdances.com. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Jan.
Thank you so much, Jan.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.